Hello and welcome back to the review of Unit 3, Chaos in Kazakhstan. Now earlier in the preview we talked a little bit about the situation that led up to these violent protests going on in Kazakhstan, this Central Asian nation. And some people were saying that these foreign enemies of Kazakhstan were stirring up these protesters, not just because of the LPG price cap situation, but also a lot of other varying reasons to kind of be more anti-Russia or change the government. And there's a lot of other political strife and situations going on. Stir up.
Stir up.
Price cap.
Price cap.
But one thing the government did do was that they brought back the LPG price cap because these lower prices that happened for so long caused a shortage because people were just buying up too much, and it was too good to last, essentially. And the new president actually said he would address the demonstrators' concerns and he would listen to them. Last. Address. And even the former president, who had a lot of power over the Security Council, who was involved in the shootings and suppressing the rebellion or protesters, depending on how you look at it, he kind of gave up his position of the chairman of the security. That's steps they said they're making. But this has caused a lot of widespread loss of life and issues within the country that left to remain unanswered or changed. Widespread. I kind of wanted to ask about, do you think that the new president, or current president I should say, is sincere when he says he will listen to the concerns and address the needs of demonstrators?
One can hope so, but Kazakhstan, since becoming independent from the USSR, doesn't necessarily have a long history of democracy in maybe the Western sense of democracy.
Right.
So I think it's hard to say. And I think that, I don't know all of what has happened since this whole event in the beginning of January. But they are starting to look into it, and they're kind of not exactly trials, but investigations into who caused what and why it happened. And I think they're kind of blaming the protesters and blaming or rioters or rebels.
Right.
It depends on what your perspective is. But I think I think it's still very complicated, and maybe it remains to be seen. How about you?
Oh, there's so much left to be seen of this evolving situation. It seems to be worsening, and then there's calm periods because under the security forces, even the current president, they made an announcement for the police and army to shoot without warning. So they're giving no warning whether they're shooting at the people, around the people. Kazakhstan has even brought in army soldiers from Russia, Armenia, Belarus, and Tajikistan. So these foreign military forces are coming into the nation to kind of control these, they say demonstrators or rioters, but why would you need the military? It seems like they view it more as a rebellion, overthrow the government. So it's a really sensitive situation and very sad chaos that's going on right now. I hope there's not a large amount of loss of life or worsening situation, but with everything going on in that area, it's really sensitive. So, but we don't know much more, even though it's about a month after it started, currently in February, and we'll have to wait and see what happens over this next course of a few weeks.
Right.
So, but that's it for our review of this, and we'll see you on the next one.